You know that feeling when someone says something that ruins your entire day? What if I told you that feeling only lasts 90 seconds unless you keep feeding it? Neurologically, the stress chemicals that create anger naturally flush from your system in exactly 90 seconds. If the chemicals disappear that quickly, you might wonder why you stay angry for 20 minutes or even an entire afternoon. We often feed the emotion by replaying the mental story and rehearsing our comebacks. It is like having a smoke alarm that goes off when you burn toast. Instead of opening a window, we stay in the kitchen and make more toast. To break that cycle, we are going to build a specific, actionable checklist together right now. Open a notes app on your phone or grab a piece of paper and get ready to write down the 5 steps of your own 90-second emotional reset protocol. We often describe people pushing our buttons as if we were passive devices. Completing and using this protocol will help you move away from that feeling of helplessness. It allows you to step into the role of the active operator of your own emotional responses. Step 1 of your protocol is starting the 90-second flush. The next time you are cut off in traffic or hear a sarcastic comment, recognize the physical hormone flood. Acknowledge that physical sensation and mentally start a 90-second timer. Write this down for your first rule. Step 1, let the chemicals flush. Don't make more toast. Now we move to step 2, the choice point. This is the microsecond of mental space between the trigger and your reaction. The psychologist Viktor Frankl identified the significance of this mental space while surviving the conditions of a Nazi concentration camp. He observed that, despite his circumstances, he retained the freedom to choose how he would respond to them. This flowchart shows how that choice point functions. Normally, a trigger leads straight to an automatic reaction, like a pinball hitting a bumper. When you actively pause, you interrupt that reflex and enter a decision point where multiple different responses become available. To activate that pause, here is your prompt for step 2. Write this down. Ask, what response will I be proud of tomorrow? Forcing your brain to answer that question before you hit send on a reactive email provides the leverage needed to override a reflex. It shifts the situation from an impulse you can't control to a decision you make intentionally. Once you have paused the automatic reaction, you apply step 3, activate the observer self. This involves watching your emotions as if they were weather patterns. You can stand in a field and watch storm clouds roll quickly overhead. You recognize the storm is happening, but you remain the observer on the ground rather than being swept away by the wind. Write down your prompt for step 3. Change I am angry to I notice irritation rising. That distance allows you to move directly to step 4, bypass the security guard. In this diagram, notice how the aggressive outer shape slides away to reveal a smaller core. Anger is rarely the primary emotion. It usually acts as a rigid security guard, stepping up to protect more vulnerable feelings hiding underneath, like fear, hurt, or shame. Think back to your last big anger episode. What was the vulnerable emotion actually hiding underneath? Add this prompt to your list for step 4. Ask, what is this really about? We bypass the anger because it often creates more distance between people. Addressing the underlying vulnerability allows for a conversation that can actually resolve the root issue. Now we arrive at the final protocol stage. Step 5, the story stopper. Your mind constructs a narrative about every event you experience. Your physical reaction follows that narrative more closely than the actual event. Let's trace this on a split-screen flowchart. Suppose your boss sends you a curt email. In the top path, you tell yourself, they hate my work, which leads to anxiety. But look at the bottom path. For the exact same email, you could tell yourself, they're just in a rush, which leads to curiosity instead. Since the interpretation dictates the emotional result, write down step 5. Change the story. You can apply this by reframing how you view difficult people. Instead of seeing a micromanaging boss as a persecutor, view them as an emotional personal trainer. They are providing the resistance you need to practice staying calm under pressure and building your professional boundaries. When you select a different interpretation, you exert control over the physiological stress that follows. This shifts you from being a recipient of external events to a participant in how you choose to experience them. Look at the checklist you just built. Step 1, let the chemicals flush. Step 2, find the choice point. Step 3, activate the observer. Step 4, bypass the security guard. Step 5, change the story. These 5 steps provide a structured way to replicate the composure seen in people who remain steady under pressure. It isn't a magical trait they were born with, it's a set of habits. To make these habits automatic, I am giving you a 7-day integration challenge. Knowledge requires practice to become a skill. Pick just one of these steps and use it consistently every single time you are triggered this week. Over time, these small choices to pause and reframe will rewire your brain's default responses. Drop a comment below telling me which of the 5 steps you are going to practice first. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.